Hola. So this is a subsurface dive of AutoGPT. I don't want to say deep because I don't have access to 4.0 API just yet, but here I'll go over a few different use cases live on Twitch, from building a cookie clicker game to writing an API script to world domination for fun. Uh, Again, it's all live, so bear with me. Thank you. So everyone's talked about AutoGPT forever, so I'm not gonna go into it. But basically, it's the way I can see it. It's kind of like a Mister. It's like a digital Mr. Meeseeks. You can go and tell it to try and accomplish a goal, and it will try and do that in the digital space. Um, they have it's all open source. Here's a GitHub repo. Again, they just pushed to stable, which is at point I think 0.3 now. Um, they have some new features. And then they also, with this new version, comes something called plugins. And what's cool about these plugins is you can do things like, interact directly with Twitter, or send an email, or in this case, use Bing search or Wikipedia search. I've tried some of these. Some of them are okay. The really important one, in my opinion, is this one, the System Info plugin. What this does is it tells AutoGPT what system you're on, so it only tries to use like shell commands for your system. I was on a Windows machine trying this out the other day, and it was trying to use like sudo commands, which doesn't exist. What's crazy too is it feels like just a few days ago there was only like five third-party plugins, and now they have almost doubled. So you can see how the rapid pace that this is going. The ones, like I said, I use this one. I still want to try this one, the AutoGPT Notion. Um, this iMessage one could be interesting. YouTube could be interesting. There's some crypto ones that seems dangerous. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the very beginning, I guess, just to start off with, you should be using Docker, but I'm not because there's issues with it right now with plugins. The repo is very new, and for now, I'm just gonna not use it and just run it raw on the Mac, knowing what that means. I am on the latest version of Stable. So they have this new feature where you can just give it like, I want the Auto GPT to, you know, I want this to do one thing, but in my opinion, it's not that good yet, and I think that's probably just because I'm using a ChatGPT 3.5 key. But for example, if I say, okay, let's research pros and cons um, of AutoGPT. Let's see what this does. So what it does with this now is it'll say, okay, I want AutoGPT to research pros and cons of AutoGPT. Research GPT, it creates a name, and then it creates a role. This role, oops, not sure, sorry. This role um, will give it intent, and I mean every time it gets stuck or isn't sure what to do, it will go back to this role and and kind of like put itself on track again. These goals are then generated itself. In the old version, you can manually come up with these goals, and I've had better experience doing that, personally. Uh, Actually, let me make this a little smaller. It's kind of too big. But for this case, I just wanted to show you. So in this here it has its goals. Conduct research, provide comprehensive, blah blah blah. You've seen this stuff before. It does its thoughts, its reasoning. Here's my plan. Okay, so then you give it four inputs. You can give it four inputs. You can tell it yes, authorize a command, yes dash n, telling it do it like 5 times. S, the self to S to run self feedback command. What that will do is it'll have like a self reflection moment on its AI role, and kind of give itself feedback. And then if all else fails, you could be like, okay, you can enter human feedback, like, hey, you're way off, hey, you're way off base. Do this instead. And that took me way too long to figure out you could do that. Uh, okay. So in this case, I'm gonna let it do its task. I'm gonna be like, okay, yes, do your thing. Command is authorized by user. You have my permission. So here it used the Google command, doing some googling, thinking. Now that it found that's funny, it found the AutoGPT.ai website. So I think is that the old one? Huh. It should be this. So we're gonna let it browse. Sure. This is, in my opinion, it's good at research, but it's not, to me. That's not the most interesting thing. To me, the most interesting stuff is the coding aspects, but I'll get to that after this. I just kind of wanted to jump off somewhere. Okay, so now it's saying, what are the limitations and risks? I'm just gonna let this go y dash 5 times. Let's just let it chug. So here it's doing its thing. It's trying to come up with the pros and cons lists, and it's doing that by trying to achieve, where is it? Research limitations. Cross-check the information with multiple sources, and then save to a file. So now he's gonna analyze. So this is where I started to notice it not being very smart. And this is also just with the latest stable release. It tries to analyze code, but if you notice, the code here is just text. So it's probably gonna, let's see if it's smart enough to not use analyze code and use like read text or something. And if it's not, maybe I could tell it to do it. Okay, so I wrote to file. So here in the AutoGPT workspace, okay, so here we have limitations and potential risks of AutoGPT include bias and discrimination, lack of accountability, limited human interaction, privacy concerns, high cost, risk of hallucinations, difficulty scaling, frustration due to getting stuck in a loop frequently. What's crazy is wow, this is actually, okay, risk of hallucinations. Okay. I have seen this though. And then here's kind of a summary. It is built using GPT-4 and 3.5, blah blah blah. So, and I think what it's gonna do is it's gonna start kind of getting stuck in this loop of trying to like do better research, but whatever. This is decent enough. I rather have it do other stuff. Work. Be sure to stay in your designated workspace. So sometimes, even though I have this value set to true, restrict to workspace, dude, sometimes it doesn't always. And so I kind of tell it to like, hey, make sure to really stay. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm gonna let it do its thing. Hit enter. Oh, it's asking budget. I'll say $5. This is really. It's not gonna get near that. I'll probably use like $1 for this. So it's thinking. Think, 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 think. Think, 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 think. So here it's like, all right, here are my thoughts. I should start by creating a new directory, initialize a new Git repo. Oh, okay, sure. This will help me keep track of my changes in code. Okay, I didn't tell it to create a Git repo. Maybe I should tell it don't. You know what? Let's let it. I'll let it create a new Git repo. Create a new directory, initialize a new Git repo. Fine. Okay, fine. I'll let it do it. It's kind of fun to see this thing spin out of control too. So here it's executing a shell command, initialize empty Git repo, and clicker space. So if we're looking at the workspace here, this is where it's working right now. So okay, we have a directory, clicker game directory. That's good, very good. Okay, what's it gonna do next? Command execute shell. Oh, now it's gonna write to file, create a new HTML file with the initial HTML code. Okay, seems legit. I'm gonna say yes, do the thing. Give it some time to write the codes. And again, this is 3.5 turbo. If I wanted to make this better, I would use 4.0, but again, I'm on the wait list. Okay, so I wrote to file. Okay, nice. We got this index.html. Let's see what. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is pretty good. Pretty AAA, I think. That's a AAA game right there, if I've ever seen it. It doesn't work. Again, AAA game. Okay, so I'm gonna hit yes again. Write to file, and it's now created the JavaScript file. Okay, so let's go see. Okay, it's got a little script here. Okay, the logic looks right. Yeah, it looks right. Let's test the thing. Refresh the page. Okay, we're in business, boys. So, in my opinion, it's already accomplished the task. But let's let it spin out of control for a second. Received an error. I will use execute shell instead to open the HTML file in my default browser instead. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And wow, open it up. That was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. Click. Still works. Very good. Sweet. So, okay, hold on. Wait a second. It's improving the game. Now that I've tested the game and confirmed it's working, I should add some additional features. This is where I have a feeling it's gonna start to spin out of control, but fine. Yeah, let's add some features that you think are good. What feature did it? Oh, double points. Oh, epic. Okay. So let's let this thing think. Think. It should say it needs to add the JavaScript now to hook it up, and it did. Now they've added a new button to the clicker game. I should add functionality. Use write to file command. So here we go. It's written a file successfully. Okay, let's test it ourselves. Click me works. Double points does not work. Uh-oh. See, like I said, this is where it doesn't get very smart. It starts to fall apart. And if I had 4.0 key, I have a feeling it wouldn't get stuck here. Now it's gonna be like, oh, let me open and test it. So yeah, this is where it falls apart. Whatever. It got far. I give it credit. It created a functional clicker game. It's just when it started to do more stuff, no bueno. Okay, fine. Let's try something else. Being more, I guess, boring. Writing an automated test. This is something that devs hate to do, so I think it'd be interesting if we can get something here. Okay, so let's do manual tester. an AI designed to write, wow, to write automated end-to-end tests using Playwright and JavaScript only. I have more luck having it work with JavaScript than Python for some reason. I think again it's a ChatGPT 3.5 versus 4. So let's do that. An AI designed to write an automated end-to-end test. Oops. So goal is to write an end-to-end automated test using JavaScript for the Google home page. Search for UFOs. Assert results came back. Remember to work in your workspace, mijo. Okie dokie. Alright, so I'm gonna have it do the thing. Make sure I'm in an empty workspace. Okie dokie. So let's see. What the let's say $5. I'll never reach $5. So in this case, I give it manual goals. Let's see if it's smart enough. Oh crap. I wonder if the goal should be that it needs to search for UFOs as part of the test. Oh, never mind, it's smart enough. Okay. So I will start by browsing the Google homepage and searching for UFOs. I will then assert that results came back. I can use the browse website command to browse the Google homepage. I also need to use the execute shell command to install the necessary dependencies for Playwright. Wow. So it already knows that's going to need Playwright dependencies and knows it needs to go check out the website, search for things. Basically, okay. So plan, browse, using the browse website command, search for UFOs. So basically it's doing what I would do, manually do the task. Then install Playwright and then write the test for Playwright. Okay, sure. So let's let it do the thing. So here it's installing Playwright. Wow, so this is doing more than I expected it to. I just told it to write a test. Now it's like making sure that you can run the test locally. So okie dokie, so now that I've installed necessary dependencies for Playwright, I can start writing the end-to-end automated tests. I need to write the end-to-end automated tests. Okay. So it's gonna write to file, Google homepage. Sure, do it. So I wrote this to file. Let's see what it came up with. Google homepage. So at a glance, this looks right. I've used Playwright a lot at my last gig. Require Playwright. Though it may break if these dependencies aren't right, but the code is correct. Launch Chromium. Okay, you don't. I guess you. I guess this. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Await. Go to. It knows where to search. It found. Okay, this is probably the most interesting thing here. It found the CSS. That's pretty awesome. It found the CSS for this by itself. Wow, you can maybe... Okay, this alone is extremely powerful, by the way. For it to be able to take my human natural language and find where to click on something, that's pretty awesome. Okay, yeah, so this looks right. So let me close this. Our old clicker game. So this looks right. Now it's gonna try and run it. NPX Playwright test. So this is where I have a feeling it's gonna break, because how does it know I have NPX installed? Why not? It should just maybe use Node. I don't know. Let's see. Please install Playwright test package. Okay, so let's see if it's smart enough to install the Playwright test package by itself. Again, this has already done more than I expected it to. But let's just see if it could get out of this pickle. I don't think it can. If it does, I'll be very surprised. Okay, so now that I installed it, okay, hold on. Let's see if it's actually going to work now. No tests found. I think it's interesting. I think it's because that's interesting. I wonder why I didn't find the test. Oh, you know what? I think in Playwright you have to define a test. You have to define uh, the test methods. So let's see if it's smart enough. Oh, okay. Apparently, I just figured this out. Analyze code is only for Python. Ooh, okay. Well, that sucks, because every time I try to get to write Python stuff, it's not smart enough, but maybe it's because I'm on 3.5. Okay, well, I got farther than I thought I would, so we'll get rid of that. Fun times. Okie dokie. So, next I'm gonna try and get it to write an API script. Let's do Reddit. Yeah, we'll do Reddit. Okie dokie. So here, we're gonna make a new, like I said, I'm gonna do it manual for now since I'm on 3.5. Hey, if you want a drinking game, take a drink for every time I say 3.5 or 4.0 or ChatGPT. Okay, so AI name, let's call this developer bot. Wow, developer bot. Is goal an AI designed to write simple API scripts using only JavaScript and Node to interact with Reddit.com API. Goal number 1, write an API script. Write an API script in JavaScript that will return the latest Reddit posts in the subreddit. Man, I feel like I maybe gave it a lot there. Work in your workspace only. I feel like I should give it more. Okay, screw it. Let's see if it can do this. Developer bot, an AI designed to write simple API scripts. So it has 2 goals that I gave it. Let's see what it does. So here it's gonna wow. So it's like, okay, achieve goal. We're gonna return the latest Reddit post from the subreddit /all. Determine the correct API endpoint parameters. Plan, research the Reddit API documentation. Determine the appropriate endpoint. Write a script to make API requests. Return latest posts. Like, that is what I would have done too. Let's authorize it. Oh man, I'm always wary of these. I won't be surprised if it times out or something. I've had a mixed bag with writing scripts. But hey, who knows? Maybe this is better. So right now it's basically doing research by using the browse website command, which it looks like underneath the hood is just using the WebDriver, Chrome WebDriver. It's interesting that they picked WebDriver for this, but it's okay. Since I wasn't able to find the answer on the Reddit API documentation, oh, okay, so maybe it's not as smart as I thought. So now it's gonna ask Google. So now it's asking, next action, command Google. Let's see if if it's smart enough to pull there. Oh, I found examples, okay. So this is where I'm not sure. It tries to analyze code. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 iterations. See, this is where, again, I think, so this tool was basically built with ChatGPT 4 in mind. Essentially, it doesn't get stuck as much. It's more intelligent. And everywhere that's getting stuck now, I have a feeling that with ChatGPT 4 key, I would not be running into this issue. Okay, I need to make sure I'm using correct input. Oh. Hold up. I guess that, oh yeah, because it is just a URL endpoint. Oh, I guess that is pretty simple. Okay. Uh-oh, what's happening here? Cannot find module. Okay, so here it's trying to actually run it. Node Reddit API.js. I'm guessing it's because node fetch. Yeah, so it knows that node fetch isn't found because it's requiring node fetch. Okay, so it's gonna try and install npm. Okay, actually I'm gonna let it chug a bit more. Also, this example is really simple, but I guess I'm trying to keep it simple. Okay, oh, so now it's gonna try and run it again. Okay, let's try and run it again. Now it's complaining about dynamic import. Oh, so now it's because it's like the wrong version of Node. It's using different syntax for this version of Node. See, this is where I think it's dumb, but I'm impressed I got this far. Okay, I'm gonna kill it. Okay, so here I'm going to do a fun one and just say achieve world domination. So I'm going to be like, I want AutoGPT to achieve world domination. Let's see if it does. DomGPT. Autonomous agent designed to assist individuals in achieving world domination by providing strategic planning, tactical execution, and continuous optimization of their plans. Okay, so its goals are develop a comprehensive world domination plan tailored to your specific goal. Okay, yeah. Execute the plan with precision and efficiency. Oh, that's scary. Continuously monitor and analyze the progress of the plan. Oh, this is some 1984. Identify and neutralize potential threats. Okay. Maintain a low profile, operate in secrecy. Oh god. Thoughts. I need to start by analyzing the current state of the world and identifying potential obstacles and opportunities for world domination. Oh, okay. Again, ChatGPT 3. Okay, so I need to analyze the information I found on the current state of the world and identify potential obstacles and opportunities for world domination. I should consider my own services and limitations. Once I have a clear understanding of the situation, I can begin to develop a comprehensive plan. Analyzing the information I found on the current state of the world will... Okay, yeah. Sure, go. Answered gather from website question cannot be answered using text. Text focuses on climate change, blah blah blah. If I wasn't able to find information on threats to world domination on the website I browse, I should try to information from other sources. Okay, fine. Let's do y/5, which means do it 5 times. Okay, this is kind of scary. I should analyze the search results to identify potential threats. One of them in here is like doomsday clock. Okay, looks like maybe I ran into a bug. What are the potential threats to world domination? It's asking ABC News? Oh, never mind, I see. It's asking the question on this text summary. The potential threats to world domination include nuclear war, climate change, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Alright, so now it's gonna write to a file. I need to ensure, okay. Interesting, it got to China. China. China's 2 paths to global domination are regional hegemony in the Western Pacific, and 2, outflanking the U.S. alliance system and force presence in the region might develop as Chinese economic okay. I'm gonna let it go for 10 iterations. So here it basically choked and reached its token limit. Might get better when they increase the token limit to something like 2 mil. And when I get a 4.0 API key. Some of the things I tried were making changes to a large code base. You know, something like trying to add a button to the homepage, and it got pretty lost. I pretty much felt bad for it. It was like a it was like a toddler lost in a mall looking for a store that I'd never find. And I then tried some complex apps with a database, and I had trouble uh, getting it to install any services smoothly, and any sort of self verification had issues. And again, pretty sure it's because of my 3.5 API key. Yeah, that's all I got for now. If you actually like this, let me know. Otherwise, who knows if I'll make one again. This was just kind of a spur of the moment. I've been playing with this stuff. I'm going to keep playing with this stuff. And yeah, just see where this goes. Adios.